Annual event. They've won the right to watch the start. They're ready to go. Set for action. Gates open. They're off. From the inside, A's is amongst the first of them away. Into stride, OK. Marinsky Ballet, English Heritage going up there into the firing line early. Coming over Uni Queen from Mystical Babe. Pushing up Sketter toward the inside in a compacted field. And deep out is Bandolier Miss. Having to go around them 3 and 4 wide. Back there in the field is All Metal as the speed comes off even further. And bike behind those looks like Magic had to check off heel. Stella Vista's behind those. They're being followed further back by Reliable Choice in the back half of the field. Hollyoak is next and last is Purple Pearl. Marinsky Ballet controlling the tempo for Harvey at the 700, led by 3/4. Bandolier Miss strides to second after being deep on the track. A's a third ahead of English Heritage, and over on the inside is Sketter. Uni Queen out there parked a bit wide. Back in the middle next of all is Mystical Babe as they approach the turn 400 from home. They're followed further back Vitalise, who's covered some ground. Over on the inside then came Reliable Choice at the top of the home straight. Stella Vista headed the remainder, but Marinsky Ballet shot away as Aza comes off the inside to lay down the gauntlet. They went to the 150. Aza comes out after Marinsky Ballet. Stella Vista, Vitalizer hunting them down on the extreme outside. Aza, Stella Vista, Stella Vista. It's Stella Vista right down the outside. Big performance to get home and pick up Aza in the closing stages. Tight Sketter or Vitalize for third. Mystical Babe not far from those, and then came Looks Like Magic, Marinsky Ballet, Reliable Choice, English Heritage. A gap further back, All Metal, followed by Bandolier Miss and Hollyoak. Uni Queen well back, and the tail ender pulling up a long last is Purple Pearl. It's Stella Vista, ridden by Patrick Carberry. Goes back to back, Stella Vista. Strong performance under 60. Drew wide, forced to go back. Muddlingly run race, 1:24.06 didn't help the cause, but made light of the big weight and has now posted her third win from 12. Stella Vista, smart performance. That's as sharp as we'll see here across the board this afternoon. Has got home from 11 Aza with every chance for Joey as a party. Vitalise also forced to cover ground in that topsy-turvy run race. Stephen Parnham aboard, and Sketter finished in 4th place. Marinsky Ballet weakening out of it. A half a length the margins. That winner's by Star Witness from Vantage Point, owned by Desi Carville, B. McGugan, P. Conway, Miss S.J. Conway and I. Devonish, Mrs. C. Devonish, J. Vingerhout, Ms. C. Devlin, Mrs. D. Williams, R. DeBusy, Mrs. C. M. DeBusy, C. Chelwell and Neil Pinner, and Patrick Carberry aboard the mare trained by Simon Miller. And 2 for 2 now this campaign, and she's come back in great style. Beating home Aza by Alma Her from She Rules All. Joey as a party for the Darren McAuliffe yard. And in third placing, Vitalised by Cable Bay out of Vital Importance. Stephen Parnham in the saddle there for Nifty Neville. 1:11, 7 and 3 after the running of the 9th. Not far from those was Mystical Babe, a handy run on return. The last event at 5:40, and a full field here with emergencies out of the final race for the day. As we join Britt in the yard, and some great supporters of the Simon Miller stable down here to celebrate once again.
Oh, they are indeed. Kelly Kinnamont joins me now. And Kel, a winner is always nice, but when you come downstairs to the mounting yard and you're greeted to owners that are so excited, doesn't it just put a spring in your step?
It certainly does, and especially with Stella, because you don't really expect it often. So, but Di, she's a believer.
She is, and hey, you say you don't expect it often, but that's 2 in a row now for Stella.
I know something's going right, I think. So I think she's just in good form. She's happy, she's sound. She's had a few soundness issues. That's probably a pet distance. Good ride. Wide barrier didn't matter. On top of the ground, that's the key.
I mean, when you say that wide barrier, there was a little bit against her. 60 kilos, the widest gate. But when you saw Paddy bring her to the outside into open running, did you think you'd be able to run them down?
Yeah, she had a good turn for today, but he had cover. Yeah, everything went to plan.
It certainly did. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Brid.
There is Kelly Kinnaman and some very happy owners as well of Stella Vista who've been able to celebrate twice in the last 10 days because she's really found some form, and she finished off nicely today down the outside, Scott.
She did, Britt. She let loose late, and it was great to see because, as you say, they've had 2 wins in 10 days, but they didn't have one for almost 500 days after she won on debut. So they've had to be very, very patient, and now they're being rewarded. As we spoke to Kelly 10 days ago at Northam, she suggested that they just need to keep her in short, sharp preps and keep on top of the minor niggles and issues that she has, but they seem to have those well and truly under control. And speaking of Paddy Carberry, he has a wonderful book of rides tomorrow at Northam. I think I've tipped him to ride 6 winners tomorrow at Northam, and there could have been a couple of extras. So he's got a wonderful book on that 10-race program. Couple of shorties as well, and a debutant of Simon's that was the sale topper. Niet goes around tomorrow, $325,000 yearling, the Russian Revolution. So certainly an exciting time for Paddy and the team as they start to build their way up with a bit of momentum towards the carnival. And he'll team up with Miss Kentucky on Saturday in the Crawford first up, and we imagine that she will be finishing off better than anything if she gets a run along the inside. But we'll grab Paddy Carberry for a word after the victory of Stella Vista. Paddy, the wide gate was probably always going to dictate terms to you of where you would end up.
Yeah, obviously last start she drew really well, and she jumped really clean last start and was able to sort of lob into a nice spot and got into a good rhythm straight away. Today, obviously the 1400 is an awkward start with an awkward draw, and I was pretty happy where I ended up following Stevie Parnham 3 wide. He's one of the blokes you want to follow at the moment. He's riding like a jet, and I was always going to get a good card into the race from him, and I was really happy with the way she travelled. She got into a good rhythm, which is a little bit of her undoing. If she doesn't get into a rhythm straight away, she seems to struggle a bit, but she balanced that well and hit the line full of running, and it's just good to see that she's gained a bit of confidence out of her win last start, and credit to Simon and all the guys at home doing a good job with her, getting her back into good form.
You've got a wonderful book of rides tomorrow at Northam. Is there one in particular that you're looking forward to most?
The car ride on the way home.
It's a long day, isn't it? 10 at Northam.
Yeah, no, we've got some good rides on paper, but we just take one race at a time and see how we go.
Best of luck.
Cheers.
It won't be a long car ride home if he rides the 6 that Scotty's tipping him to do tomorrow at Northam. Stella Vista wins race number 9. We have one more to come here from Ascot.
We have correct weight now on 111.73. Placings have been confirmed down at the scales after race 9 in 124.06, a half a length, the margins. Race 10 here at 5:40.